The world rewards different people than it did 20 years ago. A few months ago, I was sitting at my desk late at night, scrolling through job listings I had absolutely no intention of applying for. Not because I wanted a new job, I just wanted to know what companies actually paid people for now. And that night, I noticed something that I couldn't stop thinking about. The highest paying jobs weren't asking for the people who could follow instructions the best. They wanted people who could solve problems nobody else knew how to solve. That sounds obvious, but 20 years ago? That wasn't really how the game worked. Back then, if you studied hard, stayed loyal, kept your head down, and did what you were told, life usually rewarded you for it. Today, I'm not so sure. I remember talking to someone a generation older than me. He gave me advice that had genuinely worked for him. Just stay with one company, they'll take care of you. He wasn't lying. That advice built him a comfortable life. But then I looked around. People were getting laid off after 15 years. Entire industries were changing because of AI almost overnight. Small creators were making more money than managers with 30 employees. The advice wasn't bad, it just belonged to a different world. And that's something I think a lot of people still haven't accepted. Imagine two people graduating today. One follows the exact path everyone recommends. Good grades, good degree, good job, waiting for promotions. The other spends nights learning skills nobody asked them to learn. Editing, programming, marketing, content, AI, building small businesses that probably fail. For the first 2 years, the first person looks smarter. Stable income, predictable life. The second person looks completely lost. Then 5 years pass. Suddenly, the person who looked behind has 10 different ways to make money. The first person has one. That's the scary part. The world doesn't reward looking successful anymore. It rewards becoming difficult to replace. I learned this lesson in the most random way possible. One evening, I watched a teenager explain a complicated topic in 60 seconds. Nothing fancy, no expensive camera, just clear communication. That video got millions of views. Meanwhile, there are experts with 20 years of experience nobody knows exist. Knowledge isn't rare anymore, attention is. Being useful isn't enough, you have to be visible too. 20 years ago, that sentence would have sounded ridiculous. Now it's just reality. Sometimes I think about what would have happened if I was born in 1995 instead of today. I'd probably be trying to climb one ladder. Now there are hundreds. You can freelance, build software, sell digital products, create videos, run newsletters, teach online, design, invest, work remotely for another country. None of these paths were normal. Now they're everywhere. The weird part? Most people still act like only one ladder exists. I think that's why so many people feel stuck. They're playing by rules nobody officially announced had changed. It's like showing up to a football match with basketball rules that you keep wondering why nothing works. Meanwhile, everyone else quietly switched games. Nobody told you. You just had to notice. Here's something that genuinely bothers me. People say we're too late. Too late for YouTube. Too late for AI. Too late for investing. Too late to build a business. Really? People said YouTube was saturated 10 years ago. Yet channels created last year are hitting millions of subscribers. People said apps were saturated. Now one person with AI can build software companies that would have needed entire teams. Every generation thinks the opportunities are gone. Then the next generation looks back and laughs. Think about this. If you had started learning AI just 6 months ago, you'd already be ahead of most people. Not because 6 months is a long time, because most people still haven't started. That's the funny thing. We compare ourselves to the top 1%. We forget the other 99% are standing completely still. A friend of mine spent weeks deciding what business to start. He watched hundreds of videos, made spreadsheets, compared ideas, bought courses. 6 months later, he still hadn't started. Someone else picked one idea in a weekend. It wasn't even a great idea, but they improved it every month. Guess who actually made money? The person who moved first. The internet has made information incredibly cheap. I catch myself doing this too. I'll convince myself I need one more book, one more tutorial, one more perfect plan, but if I'm honest, that's usually fear wearing a smarter outfit. Because if I keep preparing, I never have to find out whether I'm actually capable. And I think a lot of us hide there. Not because we're lazy, but because staying a beginner feels safer than risking being average. There's another change nobody talks about. 20 years ago, your location decided almost everything. Today, someone.